And now it's time for our viewer poll review. Earlier we asked, are you concerned about the bird flu viruses? 18% of you said yes, and 82% of you said no. We also asked, have you ever donated blood? 79% of you said yes, 15% of you said no, and 6% of you said you're not able to. Thank you for taking part in our viewer polls. You can take part by coming to crossroadstoday.com/vote. And now we're joined by the incoming Lavaca County Republican Chair. We're here with Lorena Kanek. Did I say that correctly?
I love the way you say my name. Most people say Lorena, but I love Lorena.
Lorena. And is it Kanak?
Cognac.
Cognac.
There were, my brother-in-law was a pharmacist here, and he was Kanak. It's just easier, but in Czech world in Lavaca County, I'm Lorena. Cognac.
Cognac. It sounds like cognac a little bit.
A little bit.
So Lorena, talk to us about your time as a Republican in Lavaca County, and I know you're affiliated with another Republican association there.
Yes, that is the Great State Republicans. It's a women's organization that was founded in September of 2020.
Oh, recent.
In Hallettsville.
Wow.
And I just happened to go to a meeting that somebody told me about. Our topics are related to Republicans, but this one happened to be about border, and this was back in, I probably went in 2022, and you know, of course it raised a lot of concern, and that's been a concern for actually many more years than the last year and a half, 2 years that people have been talking about concerns with the border. And so, you know, you meet people that you're familiar with. I know a lot of people in Hallettsville. I've lived there for 41 years.
Wow.
I grew up in San Antonio, lived in Houston for about 8.5 years, and then moved to Hallettsville. And so it's a time, some social time, because you get to meet people and talk to them. But it was more the embracing of Republicans, what that stands for. And so I began going to meetings and then joined the organization.
What are y'all doing to get the voter turnout up for this upcoming runoff?
Well, it's just being present, having topics that are related. We've had a couple of forums. We just had one on the last week. We had a forum. It was the HD 30
oh, yes.
with Jeff Balknight and AJ Louderback, and then our local race, which is the sheriff's race, which is now Sheriff Micah Harmon and Stephen Greenwell.
Two very big races for
Yes.
Lavaca County. I know they're very closely watched. And I just want to thank you for coming on and talking about your experience as a leader in the Republican Party. So there's the Lavaca County Republicans and the Lavaca County Women's
Great State Republicans.
Great
That's
State
a local
Republicans.
organization that I'm a member of and now the president of.
Wow.
And then in the primary election, I was elected as the Lavaca County Republican Chair, which I will take over on June 17th of this year.
Well, we look forward to learning more about Lavaca County. We'll have to invite you back on the show.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, and I want to thank y'all for tuning in this week. Be sure to get out and vote. That voter turnout is historically low, so get out to the polls, and we'll see you next week.